Okay, welcome back to this week's problem of the week, parking. I'll follow a pretty standard protocol. I read through it and then I go through the code. Alright, having dropped out of school because of chemistry, Luca got a job driving trucks. One evening he parked his 3 trucks in a rest area which charges for parking in an unusual way. They give a discount on quantity. When only 1 truck is parked, the driver pays A kuna per minute. When 2 trucks are parked, the drivers each pay B kuna per minute. When 3 trucks are parked, the drivers each pay C kuna per minute. Given the numbers A, B, and C, as well as the intervals in which Luca's 3 trucks are parked, determine how much Luca needs to pay the owner of the rest area. And then here they go through some input stuff. Basically, the first line is the prices, and then the next 3 are your start and end times for the trucks. So what I'm thinking right now is, actually, if you want to solve the problem on your own first, pause the video here and then try to solve it. Okay, so what I'm thinking right now is basically you want to simulate a timeline and then you put in values and then you sum up those values. So I'll show the code I wrote. Basically here you are taking in the input and you're formatting it. This is a little long, but that's the general idea. You could have done a list here. I took it in as 2 separate variables, but honestly doing a list would probably save you a little bit of memory. So I guess it's programmer's choice there. Here I find the maximum value, and basically the idea is I want to see how long the longest truck stays there. Now here, in both example cases, the longest truck is end 3, but they don't specify that in the problem, so it's always good to double check. I run through the maximum value so I can put a bunch of zeros into the timeline. And then these 3 loops just run through the timeline and increment for the values. So basically it's adding 1 for each minute slot. The range here, I subtract 1 from the start and the end because this does not follow the list indexing of Python. 1 to 6 would actually become 0 to 5, so that's why you have to subtract 1. Alright, and then here I just calculate the cost. It's pretty simple. I just run a bunch of ifs and then I say, yeah, calculate the price, and then I print the cost. I think one thing people might find tricky is remembering to multiply this by 2, because the wording here is that each driver pays that amount, as opposed to Luca having to pay 1 fixed amount. So just make sure you multiply. This can really be done up here if you wanted to. You could have said like, yeah, this is times 2 or whatever. I just did it down here. And we'll run some of the test cases against it. So as you can see, pretty simple solution. All right, that's it. See ya.